Good evening, everyone. I hope your Saturday is going well. Come on in, relax, and let's talk about the drama that has been buzzing all over social media. By now, most of you already know about Yandy and Mendeecees, or as some of you like to say, Yang Dandy and Mandy. Their names have been in the headlines again, and once more, it isn't for something positive. For months, they've been caught in one messy situation after another. Just when you think the dust is about to settle, something new comes out to stir the pot. It's almost like this couple can't catch a break, no matter how hard they try to move forward. The most recent storm began when Rashida and Kirk decided to throw shade, suggesting that Mendeecees hasn't been faithful to Yandy. That statement alone had people talking, but things didn't stop there. While scrolling through Facebook the other day, minding my own business, I came across a post that immediately grabbed my attention. The post started off by saying, "Okay, it's been a week. I've held up my end of the deal." Now, you know I had to pause right there. What deal are we even talking about? The post went on to say that a friend of the writer was allegedly hanging out with Mendeecees in Dallas. According to them, he was out having fun, acting flirty with several women, and here's the part that really caught fire: he wasn't wearing his wedding ring. Now, when a man who is supposed to be committed shows up without his ring, people instantly begin to speculate. For some, that single detail was enough to assume the worst. But just when it felt like gossip was already heating up, Tasha K jumped into the conversation. And you know how it goes, once Tasha K speaks on something, people pay attention. She claimed she had proof of Mendeecees cheating. She dropped a voice memo that was supposedly his, along with screenshots of alleged text messages between him and another woman. At first glance, that sounds like solid evidence, but when I listened to the audio myself, I wasn't convinced. Honestly, the voice didn't really sound like him. It just didn't match. Maybe it was, maybe it wasn't, but something felt off. And these days, with how easy it is to edit messages or use AI to generate voices, can we really take any of this at face value? The texts in question showed him saying things like, "I need you. I want you so much. I want to kiss you." There were also casual check-ins like, "How's your day?" To be fair, if those messages are real, they definitely don't look good. But here's the problem: we only saw his supposed side of the conversation. Yandy's responses, if there were any, weren't included. Without both sides, the picture feels incomplete. Now, here's the thing. When you surround yourself with questionable people, it doesn't matter if you're innocent or not, folks will still assume the worst. That's why the saying goes, you're judged by the company you keep. Mendeecees being seen around certain crowds only fuels the gossip, and that's exactly what's happening here. As for Yandy, I can't help but feel sorry for her. She's been strong, supportive, and resilient, but being in the public makes situations like this 10 times harder. Whether she chooses to stand by him or walk away, that's her decision alone. But if the accusations turn out to be true, then she deserves so much better. No woman should constantly feel the weight of public judgment, or the sting of betrayal. And of course, right when the conversation was already messy, Mama D had to jump in. She delivered one of her trademark statements, saying, "When you come against the grain, it's a war you will never win." She added, "Never check what can't be checked," making it clear that she wasn't aiming her words at Tasha K, but rather at those spreading lies.
Came from a very high-profile source. The receipts that we just got on Mendeecees, we all knew when he was on Love and Hip Hop and he was talking about Yandy wasn't taking care of her wifely duty and she would rather work than take care of him. His ego was bruised because, you know, he was kind of limited at what he could do. He was used to being a dope boy that was wanted by everybody. And now Yandy don't really need this nigga. And so this is the type of nigga here that needs women to make him feel like a man because he is shaped and talks just like a female. Mendeecees is giving stud. His son is more masculine than him, bitch. Now, so we just got word in real time. Some receipts were sent to us. We did promise the girl that we would give her anonymity. He knows who she is. because he blocked her today. Put up the block receipt. That was fast. And, she got her receipts before. I asked her to send a screenshot of the DMs, and she did that. So let me pull up mine. So the voice note, we got him. Give me 1 second. He goes in the next text, like real bad. And she says, you can have me. He says, I can't even front no more. She said, I'll let you have me. He said, we'll see. And then she goes, I will. She's from North Carolina, by the way. He goes, you be busy. And then she goes, so you don't want me? And then he goes, I do, absolutely do. We have a voice recording. Let's go.
Yeah, that's what I mean. But yeah, usually, real beautiful women are not into pleasing men or just, they make it all about themselves and, about them.
I'm just trying to figure out, was he talking about Yandy? There's beautiful women out here, but they're not willing to please men, because he did say that on Love and Hip Hop, didn't he? He said on Love and Hip Hop, she's not pleasing me. She's very beautiful, but but you seem like a pleaser, and that's very attractive. Why would he be telling another woman that women out here aren't willing to please men, but she sounds like she does? That's very attractive to him. Sounds like a married man. That boy horny. He's real horny. He sounded like he was hard. What y'all think Yandy gonna say to this? Is she gonna say she sent the receipts? He was talking to me. We was role playing. Get him off the screen.
Now, social media didn't let Mama D slide without a response. The comment section lit up like fireworks. Some people accused her of being messy and stirring drama instead of focusing on her own life. Others reminded her of her own family problems, saying she should worry about her palace in shambles before weighing in on somebody else's issues. The clapbacks only got harsher from there. One person said, "At your age, you should be mending bridges, not burning them." Another went as far as to mock her appearance, calling her neck too long and comparing her to a llama. Someone else dragged her music, saying her diss track was trash, while grouping her with Spice and saying both of them weren't attractive. The comments were ruthless. And that's the sad part about the internet. Once you put your opinion out there, people will come for you, whether you asked for it or not. Mama D probably thought she was adding her usual spice to the conversation, but instead, she became part of the drama. Now, let's step back for a second. Why are people so obsessed with tearing down this couple? Is it really because they care about Yandy and want her to see the truth? Or is it just because people enjoy watching chaos? Sometimes, it feels like people root for relationships to fail just so they have something to talk about. And honestly, can you even trust what you see anymore? With AI-generated voices, fake text threads, and doctored screenshots, anyone with bad intentions can create proof. It's scary how easy it's become to make lies look like facts. That's why this whole situation feels like walking through a fog. Nothing is clear, everything feels blurry, and the truth gets harder to spot. Still, the public wants answers. They want to know, does that voice memo really sound like Mendeecees? Could those texts be genuine, or are they just another attempt to drag his name through the mud? And most importantly, how will Yandy respond if the rumors keep growing? Whatever happens, this much is certain, the pressure of being in the spotlight is no joke. When you're a public figure, every mistake, every rumor, every little detail gets magnified. And for Yandy, that means she has to make choices not only for herself, but also while millions of people are watching. Maybe she'll choose to block out the noise, stand by her man, and focus on her family. Or maybe she'll decide she's had enough and deserves a fresh start. Either way, she deserves peace. Because at the end of the day, Peace of mind is worth more than any public approval. So, let's bring it back to you all. Do you believe this so-called evidence? Do you think the voice memo is legit? Or does it sound like another AI trick? Are the text messages real, or just screenshots made to stir trouble? Drop your thoughts in the comments, because this is one of those stories that people won't stop talking about anytime soon. If you enjoyed hearing the breakdown, give this video a like, share your opinion, and let's keep the conversation going. Whatever side you're on, one thing is clear: rumors may come and go, but the way people handle them reveals a lot more than the rumors themselves. Let's see how this one unfolds.